Here's a video that's an introduction to this lab called To Form or Not to Form. Now you will be able to find this. I will put it on as an assignment in your Google Docs, and if you open it up it will look something like this. Now what I would like you to do is to scroll down when you open it down to the table here. That's where you're going to do your work. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back. All right, so here's what we're doing. What we're going to do is we're going to put some pieces of metal with a solution, and then we're going to see if there's a reaction. So what we're going to do is we're going to put iron metal. It's titled iron 3 because it's going to have the iron 3 ion. That's going to go with lead nitrate, and then you're going to make an observation in your table if a reaction occurs. Now, clues that a reaction is occurring is when you have a change in color, maybe some bubbles. Temperature change is going to be kind of hard to tell because we're not going to have a thermometer. Or a precipitate, you could see maybe a solid forming. So mainly what you're going to be looking for here is bubbling or maybe some sort of color change showing some new compound, like maybe a precipitate is being formed. One note, some reactions take a little while, so you gotta wait a few minutes to do it, or to make your observation. But look right away, because some happen right away, but some take a few minutes before you can tell there's actually a reaction. All right? Now, you're going to fill out your table. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But you're going to type in what you see, and then if nothing happens, you're going to put NR, which stands for no reaction. So on your table, like, you're going to put iron 3 with lead nitrate. If it turns black, you're just going to make an observation, maybe, and type in the word black. If you put lead 4 with lead nitrate and nothing happens, you're just going to type in NR, no reaction. But you're going to make your observations here, all right? And so let's say that you see the copper with the lead nitrate, and you see that it also turns black, let's say. So you're going to type in the word black, all right? And so you're going to fill out this table. Now, going back to the slideshow part here, you have to do 25 reactions, all right? You're going to be doing 25. So what you're going to do is you're going to use these well plates that will have in the back, and you can set them up so you can put the metals in. Now yours will look like these ceramic plates here. Now you can tilt them so they match. Like, I kind of took this picture sideways, but you can tilt them so it matches this thing right here. And then what I would do is I would put the pieces of metal in so you can remember which metal is in which place. Now, if you go back to your template where you're going to be doing some things here, you can see that it goes iron, lead, copper, zinc, magnesium. So what I would recommend doing so you don't get messed up is I would do it the same way. So anyway, when you're trying to do this, you'll be able to tell that you have the right things here. So for example, what I would recommend doing is look back at your to form or not to form, and you can see it goes iron, lead, copper, zinc, magnesium. Okay? So what you'll want to do is to arrange them. So this would be like, maybe this would be like your iron here, lead. I kind of forgot which one's which. Let me go back. Iron, lead, copper, zinc, magnesium. Okay, let me see if I can remember that. Iron, lead. So copper, so you'd have copper, zinc, and magnesium. All right? So with the iron, it's going to be a piece of wire. You need one tiny piece of that. Okay, lead, you need one shot. Okay, the copper is going to be kind of in this stringy stuff. Just take, like, it'll look kind of like this. Take one string of it and wad it up into a little ball. Okay, the zinc, you need one small piece. One piece. Okay, the magnesium is going to be these tiny little flakes. You'll need just a pinch of the flakes. All right? And then what you're going to do after you get them all in there, you're going to get these droppers. There's going to be some chemicals in some droppers. All right? Now, the droppers will look like this, and they will have labels on them. Like this one, I'm not sure, but I think I can't remember which one it is. But anyway, it's something nitrate. But anyway, the droppers have labels on them. Now, some labels are hard to see, like this brown one right here. It's very, very difficult to see because this is silver nitrate. So the brown one is going to be silver nitrate. Now, you got to be careful. It's stained brown, but there's another one that's kind of also brown, but it has yellow fringes. That's going to be potassium iodide. So if your dropper labels are not the best, anyway, the one that's stained really brown is silver nitrate. Then there's one where the paper is kind of stained brown, but the tape around it is kind of stained yellow. That's potassium iodide. The other ones should be labeled so that you can see them. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put the drops, the chemicals, into the well plate, but you want to match it up to the template again. So what you would probably want to do is you'd probably want to look at your thing so you know, and maybe arrange it this way. So in your first column, you're going to have lead nitrate. The second column will be copper sulfate. So this one over here, the first one, you're going to be putting lead nitrate. All right? So you're going to put a few drops just to cover the metal of the lead nitrate all the way across. Okay? And you're going to see how these metals react with lead nitrate. All right? The second one down is copper 2 sulfate. All right? So what you're going to do is you're going to see how the copper 2 sulfate reacts with these. So that would be CuSO4. So you're going to see how copper sulfate. So just add drops until you cover the metals. Now, if you run out of chemical in your dropper, I have the droppers arranged over here, the refills over here. There's beakers. Just come over and refill your dropper, okay, from whichever chemical you need. Make sure you get the right chemical in the right dropper. All right? So you'll go back and refill it. All right, so then anyway, you're going to be making all these observations, all right? And then what you have to do at the end is you have to look at them, and if a reaction happened, you have to write what the formula is, all right? Now, I made it on your sheet here, so I have like a little table inserted so you can write it right or type it right in there. So let me show you. All right, so here's reaction number 1, and we see that it turned black. All right, so what that means is there was a reaction. And so if there is a reaction, we're going to write a new formula. Now, I'm going to write this with a pen here, but you're going to actually type it over into the table, but I just want to show you something. So what will happen is this iron, which is iron 3, okay, it's going to be, let's see, get my pencil working here. It will write on there. Maybe it won't write on there. I'll have to go back to the Mimeo thing. All right, so what we're going to do is if this iron 3 goes with this lead nitrate, well, iron 3 is Fe. The 3 means it's 3 positive. 3 positive. And the nitrate is NO3, 1 negative. Now, you're going to put the positive metal ion with the negative ion in this spot right here. So the formula you're going to write will be Fe, 3 positive. That's going to go with nitrate. We're going to put polyatomics in parentheses if we need more than one of them. And nitrate is 1 minus. Does a 3 positive cancel out a 1 minus? No. So we do the old switcheroo. You put the 1 down here. You need, for every 1 iron, you need 3 nitrates. So the new formula is FeNO3, 3. And the name would be iron. And then it's going to get a Roman numeral because polyatomic ions with more than one charge, or positive ions or metals with more than one charge get a Roman numeral. And I told you which ones need a Roman numeral. So anytime you write the names for these 3, they'll always need a Roman numeral. So it's going to be iron 3 nitrate. All right. Now on your thing, you're going to type them in. And so what you're going to do for like number 1, you're going to type it. You're going to go Fe. Okay, and I would recommend working it out on whiteboards before or a paper. Then we're going to have parentheses for the polyatomic ion, NO3. Now, to make a subscript, you're going to go command, comma, That's command comma, and that will make a subscript. Then command comma, that will take it back out. So end parenthesis, and then we want to put, we need 3 nitrates. So command comma 3. Oops, doesn't quite fit there. Maybe I can make it fit if I scoot that over a little bit. Okay, so it's iron 3 nitrate. We're going to write the name here. Iron, Roman numeral 3, nitrate. Okay, so you're going to write the formula and the name. Okay, number 2, if nothing happens, just leave it blank. There's no reaction. There's no new thing formed. Okay, now one thing that does tend to confuse people here is every formula you write on this, you're going to be taking the positive metal ion, so this is like iron plus 3, and you're going to be putting it with the negative ion here. We're not going to be, like, the lead is positive. It's not going to go with a positive copper. Positives go with negatives. So we're going to be putting the positive with the negative. All right? So anyway, you'll do all this lab, fill out this whole table, and then at the end, there are some questions that you would need to answer at the end. Here they are right here. Explain how you knew that new compounds were formed. Could there be more than one? Did other reactions create new compounds? Okay, and so try to answer these questions at the end. Okay, the most important thing though on this whole thing is that you learn how to write these formulas and how to write the names. That's the most important thing.